Every year, millions of people watch a hot dog competition in the United States. And the goal is to eat as many hot dogs as you can in about 10 minutes. And for over 20 years, the winners had eaten on average 20 hot dogs to win the competition. Then Kobayashi signs up, and he comes and he eats 50 hot dogs to win the competition. So the question is, what did he do differently than the other competitors to win this competition? So what he did was that he solved a different challenge than the other competitors. So other competitors had been focusing on how can I eat hot dogs faster, but what he did was that he asked how can I make it easier to eat hot dogs. So he came up with ideas such as putting the hot dog bun in the water and breaking the hot dogs into two to make it easier to eat hot dogs. And this resulted in him being able to eat 50 hot dogs. And this is a really interesting thing that over 20 years, people have been focusing on solving the same challenge. But then he comes and solves a different challenge with really different results. So why was it like this? So our brains have a lot of biases, and we are not used to challenging the challenges that we are solving. We are more used to solving them. And so when we are solving challenges, it can be really good to challenge the challenges and really think about how what else could we solve. And yeah, our brains are full of biases, and it goes the easiest way to solve a challenge. And for example, I've asked hundreds of people to draw a house, and majority of them draw this type of house, a square with a triangle roof. And the reason why it's like this is because of biases. So the brain goes the quickest way, and it goes to familiar solutions, and it's usually not challenging what we are solving. And it's really good to be aware of this, because then we can do something about it. And Bulby is here to help you lead your thought processes towards new directions so you can come up with new and creative solutions. And it has been said that the best way to come up with a creative solution is to come up with many solutions. So Bulby is here to help you with that, come up with many solutions. So let's take a look at how Bulby works. So the first step is to put in what challenge you want to focus on, and then you when you have put that into the box, it's time to challenge the challenge. So you start with defining the challenge. So is this a challenge I really want to solve? And here you go into this part where you really give yourself the time to think about what other challenges could I solve. And AI is here to help you come up with many directions, think in many directions, and lead your thought processes in something that is not used to going in. And so when you have defined the challenge and decided what you want to focus on, it's time to gather information. So it has been said that creativity has three ingredients, and that is to think creatively, to have the motivation to solve the challenge, and thirdly is knowledge. So you can focus on what knowledge do you have for the challenge you're solving. So what do you know, what do you want to know, and how can you know it? And this can be knowledge related to your challenge, or it can be something unrelated. For example, when a Japanese engineer was making bullet train with his team, they found out that every time the train went into a tunnel, it pushed the air in front of it and made a really loud sound when it came out. And they were thinking about how can we solve this. And this engineer, he was also really interested in birds. And he knew of this bird that could dive into water and hardly make a splash. And so he combined the knowledge about the bird with his knowledge about train, and he created this bullet train that could push the air to the sides and not make this loud sound when it went out of the tunnel. So when you're creating, it's important to think about like where can I gather information that can help me solve this challenge, and Bulby is here to help you with that. So the next step is to gather information and to think about what information could I gather? Like, could I learn from a different company, or could I learn from different industries, or can I learn something online, or yeah, something really unrelated? And like, yeah, so Bulby is here to come up with suggestions to lead your thought process in many directions and help you think about what information you could gather to help you solve your challenge in a creative way. And then the third step is to brainstorm ideas. How can you solve the challenge? And as Steve Jobs said, creativity is about connecting things. So when we connect our challenge with something unrelated, we often can come up with really creative solutions. So here we have gathered exercises in the brainstorming session where you can learn about and then direct your thought processes in different directions. And these are all exercises built on research on how you can enhance your creativity. And these are different exercises. For example, you can connect your talents with random words. So what ideas could you come up with when you are focusing on better time management and you connect it with the piano? And here AI is also helping you come up with different ideas. And then you can have many, many different words, and this can lead you in many directions to help you come up with a creative solution. And here are different exercises that are built on research. And another one that is quite good is question storming. And this is about coming up with a lot of questions instead of coming up with a solution. And this can also lead your thought patterns in different directions and help you see your talents in a new way. And so here you have a question when and related to the challenge of time management. And then you can have the help of AI to help you see different when questions, and then you can use different questions to lead your thought process in different ways. And this can help you see the challenge in a new perspective and help you solve it in a creative way. And then it's time to take action. So the fourth step in this part is to experiment. And experiments, they can lead you to new knowledge, or they can lead you to learning about your hypothesis. Is it true or not? And then this can help you come up with ideas of experiments. So what could you do to learn more about your challenge or problem? And AI is here to come up with ideas, and it's your turn to use that to come up with good experiments, and then to take action and learn from it to solve your challenge in a creative way. So yeah, Bulby is here to help you lead your thought patterns to many different directions. So you come up with many different questions, and by doing so, increase your creativity and make you more likely to come up with a creative solution to your challenge. So please sign up at bulby.com and enhance your creativity.